So a white piece of paper and a pencil. Now, if you remember yesterday, I said that we are going to be starting a project that has to do with drawing animals. And sometimes when you Google an animal or you look something up, it seems like a lot to draw because there's so much detail and there's so much to do. Okay, so what we did yesterday is we worked on a strategy. Okay, so we worked on a strategy. Now I'm holding my paper up so you can kind of see through it, but we only looked at piece by piece by piece by piece by piece by piece by piece. So it was a little less intimidating and you weren't looking at the whole thing right away. Okay, now that technique doesn't really have a name. That's just kind of looking at little pieces at a time. The technique that we will be doing today does have a name, and it is called the grid technique. And we are going to learn how to draw this giraffe. Now, again, for me personally, and you might not think so, but for me personally, if I looked this up and someone gave this picture to me and they were like, here you go, draw this, I'd be like, oh, that is way too much. I cannot draw that, but you can. And I'm going to show you how with the grid technique. So right now, what I'm going to have you do with your paper is you're going to draw a line from the top to the bottom in the center and from the side to the side in the center. Actually, I'm going to do mine in marker so that you can see it a little bit better, but I want you to do yours in pencil. Okay, so I'm drawing a line up and down, and I'm drawing a line side to side, okay? Now what I want you to do is look at this right here, ignore the bottom half, and I want you to draw a line through the middle of these two boxes. So watch me first and then you can do yours. So I'm doing a box in the middle. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the bottom to make 4 more. So in total, I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes. 8 boxes total. Okay, and again, if you want to do the folding, you can do it that way too. Now, what I did already, and this is what you do when you do the gridding technique, you have to have one piece of paper with your grid on it, and then your other piece of paper of whatever you're trying to draw. Now, I already folded mine because I'm going to do this for you in a little bit, but you can see, if I flip it over, you can kind of see the crease lines. So I actually folded mine. You're going to go in this first quadrant right here. Okay, so the one that I'm pointing at right here is what we're going to start on. That goes with this quadrant right here. So what I am going to do is fold my piece of paper so that you cannot see the other parts. And right now in this first quadrant, you are going to draw just what you can see here. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay, so I'm splitting it up, and what you're going to do is draw in quadrant 1 what you can see here. Yeah, I'm going to set my little crayons on top of it so it doesn't fly up, but don't draw the crayons, just draw that one piece. From there, we are going to go right next to it to this one right here. Okay, so this is quadrant 1. This could be quadrant 2. You could go this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, or you could go down. Doesn't really matter, but this is going to be the next one. So right next to it, I'm going to unfold my piece of paper and refold it on this side. So it's pretty much the same thing, just on the other side. And again, I'm going to set my crayons on top of it so it doesn't move. And I'm going to let that sit there for a little bit for you to draw. I'll pull them both out for you all to see right now. So now we have 2. So it goes like this. Oop, my goodness. There we go. It looks like that. And you can see there's a little crease right here where I folded it. We just did this one and then we did this one. Uh-oh, there we go. We are going to move down to this one. So from where this ear is, you're going to go below it. So below this one, and I'm going to unfold, and let's look at which one that is. It's this right here. So this one might take a little bit longer to draw because there's a little more detail here. So we'll do 4 quadrants today and 4 quadrants tomorrow, and then we'll upload it up. So repeating what I said earlier, you do not have to take a picture of this and upload it onto Schoology, even though I know that there is a media file in there or a media folder. But if you would like to upload your progress today, you're more than welcome to upload it in there, and I'll go and check them out, but it's not required until tomorrow. We will upload our full thing. So make sure you're kind of getting some of those details in there. Like there's a little bit of fur right here. It's a little bit darker in here, a little bit lighter out here. Okay, try to get some of those details too. All right, I'm going to now flip this to the other side. So now you should have something that looks like this. Okay, and one that goes here. So now I'm going to move it over and you're gonna do this square right here. So we'll go like this. And it pretty much looks the same, but just on the opposite side. So now we're just doing this square here. Okay, and again, add some of those details. You can see the head comes down, it has some wrinkles on it. Okay, and then they have the ear and it's darker in the center and it has some fur on it. So try to get all those details on it. And we are just about done. So what I'm going to do right now is show you what you should have so far, which is trying to get it underneath the camera here. And I'm going to zoom it back just a little. There we go. So you should have 4 quadrants on the bottom still. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you should have these 4 done at the top. So it should look something like this.